Hello, welcome once again to Brightco English. In this channel, we are learning about English grammar, vocabulary, and the sentence structure, which will enable you to become a fluent and a confident speaker of English language. And this will also help you very much, especially if this is your second language and you learn very proficiently using this channel. Otherwise, we are still on the nouns, and in this episode, we are going to look at the possessive nouns. We are going to look at it into details, although we had already touched it in the previous episodes about the cases of the noun, where we looked at the subjective, objective, and also the genitive, also known as the possessive. Now here, we want to look at it into details, how you're supposed to use and how to create the genitive nouns or the possessive. We call it the possessive noun, or which we call the genitive. Now, what do we mean by the genitive or the possessive noun? Now, this is the act of using the name to express ownership, okay? You use the name to express that something belongs to somebody. For example, if something belongs to John, you'll say, it is John's. Like the book belongs to John, we say, John's book. The computer belongs to the head teacher, you say, head teacher's computer. When you talk about the something that belongs maybe to the boys, you talk of the boys' football, all right? So in this case here, when we are talking about the genitive or the possessive noun, this is a case whereby we are using the name, you're using the noun itself to express ownership or possession. Now, how do we express this one here in English? So we express this one here by writing apostrophe, then putting S. Apostrophe, then putting S to the noun, such that when you have something belonging to John, which we say it is John's, so you write the name John, then you put apostrophe, and then you add what? You add S, so that it becomes John's. Yeah, that is Peter's, okay? That is Emily's, okay? That is Sharon's book. That is Celine's table. So in that case, you find that whenever you're using the genitive form, you simply put apostrophe, and then you add what? S. But there is a case that you need to be very careful here. We don't just put apostrophe and add S in all the cases. There are some special cases that you have to be very careful about. Like here, if in the event that the noun is in plural, if the noun is in plural and you want to express the genitive form, make sure that you only put the apostrophe without S. Put only the apostrophe without adding the S. This one here will always help in avoiding unnecessary hissing sound. For example, the name that ends in, if the plural, like the plural for boy is boys, girl, girls, father, fathers. So in the event you want to write, for example, Father's Day, the day that is set aside for the fathers. So don't write fathers, then you put apostrophe, then you add another S. That will be very wrong. If something belongs to the boys or belongs to the girls, and then you want to express the genitive form, you write girls, then you put apostrophe, then you add S. That will be very wrong. What are you supposed to do then? You are only supposed to put the apostrophe and you leave it like that. You are not supposed to add another S. This one will help in avoiding unnecessary hissing sound, so that in the pretext of forming the what? The genitive noun. The second category is a case whereby the names that end in S. So in the event whereby we have a name that ends in S, and you want to write it in genitive form, you are not supposed to add another S after the apostrophe. You simply put what? You simply put apostrophe, and there you go. Words like Silas, my name. If something belongs to Silas and you want to write it to express that, you simply write Silas, and then after the last S, you put the apostrophe. No need to add another S. Another name like James, that ends in S. If something belongs to James, just write James, then put only the apostrophe. If something belongs to Moses,
talk of all
just
professions
Moses,
that we have,
then add the what?
The professions
add
that
the
we
apostrophe.
have, all of them.
So
you'll
find
find
that
that
they are what?
another
They
S
are
after the
common
apostrophe.
gender, like
in
in
the
the
event
event
that
that noun ends in sound S. So in this case here, it will avoid the what? It will avoid the unnecessary hissing sound that we have there. Another care that you need to take when you are writing the genitive form, you have to know that this one is only restricted to the living things, okay? But you cannot put it to the objects. Only for the living, that is the humans and also the animals. That's where you can use genitive form. Like I've used the names of people, that is the names of people. You can as well use even the animals. You can say that's the dog's meal, the meal belonging to the dog. That's the dog's meal, okay? That's the cat's cushion, maybe where it rests to sleep. So the cat's cushion. So in that case there, you remember that whenever you're writing the genitive form or the possessive form, it's only restricted to the people and also the what? The animals, that is the living. But for the sake of non-living, you are not supposed to use the genitive form, as most people normally make mistakes here. For example, when you talk of maybe a table has got 4 legs, and maybe you want to express that one leg is broken. You cannot say that the table's leg. When you say the table's leg is broken, that is ungrammatical. Why? Because we cannot use the genitive form with a non-living. Okay? So in this case here, you find that you're supposed to say the leg of the table, but don't say the table's leg. Don't say that the car's window. The car's window. That to express that the window belonging to the car. The car is not aware whether it owns that window. The table is not aware whether it has 4 legs or 3 legs or whichever. So in that case, you cannot purport to express the what? The genitive form. So that's why whenever you're expressing genitive, it's only restricted to the animals or maybe precisely the living things. You cannot say that, you don't say the house door. The house door. The house is not aware whether it has how many doors or whichever. So the best way you can express that one is simply say the leg of the table. You say the window of the car. You can as well say the door of the what? The door of the house. So don't ever try to use the genitive form with the non-living or with the objects. So that's how we use the genitive form. Now, I want us to try ourselves. Try yourself with the following sentences to write them using the genitive form. So the first one, the girls use the football of the boys. So football of the boys. How will you express that in genitive form? The girls use the football of the boys. So underline football of the boys. Can you write that one in genitive form? The rude students were summoned to the office of the head teacher. The rude boys were summoned to the office of the head teacher. Underline office of the head teacher. How can you write it in genitive form? Then another one of the legs of the table is broken. Okay, legs of the table. Okay, one of the legs of the table is broken. How can you put that one in genitive form? Practice and also attempt those exercises that I've given to you. Then maybe you answer them on the comment section. When I'll get down there, I'll see how you've performed, and of course I'll give a comprehensive answer on the same. Otherwise, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please remember to subscribe, share with your friends, and also like the page, and through that you'll support me in it. Thank you very much.